Downtown Milwaukee is a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at center. And now that we have some time away from it, Steve, how strange and wild were the NBA playoffs in the bubble?
You know, Kevin, having players see each other in hallways while going to battle later that night was definitely different. Spending that much time together. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in the NBA history.
Just 2 to shoot. Here's Middleton, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
George finds Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
He's a high-energy forward with great length. Surge forcing the turnover and making it happen.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Batum against Antetokounmpo, and it's plucked by Ibaka. And the Clippers another fast break opportunity here. George, no good. Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Holiday, the pass to Lopez, and he lays it straight in.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
The pass to Batum. Back to George. Shot from free throw range, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. For 3, Middleton. The rebound by Ibaka.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Batum finds Leonard. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And it's 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
Middleton against Leonard. Ring shot on the way, and he hits the jump shot.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. A wide open look here for Ibaka. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
The Bucks working the ball around. DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. One-on-one here. Here's Williams. Makes it off the glass.
In attack mode pretty much every game we see him. This time, Williams getting it done in transition.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And to Tecumbo. Passes it to Connaughton. Now Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Outside Holiday. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Morris, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know. And
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got DJ Augustine, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson, generating more power in the catch and shoot.
Here's Augustine, and the rejection by Zubac, and stolen by Portis. Here's Craig, uses the glass to finish the layup.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Milwaukee with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Morris passes to Zubac. Now here's Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. That shot misses. Now the Bucks take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Craig passes to Portis. Here is Forbes. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York. And that one drops for him. Forbes has got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks.
I'll tell you, Forbes doesn't spend a lot of time in the paint, but that was a convincing move.
And the wide-open shot from Morris from outside off the mark. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Bucks. Here is Forbes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Left side Jackson. In the corner, it's Morris. The 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
For the 3. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. The shake. No good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Augustine, that's good.
Cutting his teeth in his Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Poked away. Zubac, the pass to Williams. That one falls. Williams has got his second bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there. Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
On the wing, Morris. From the arc. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Out left to the wing. Here's Forbes. Launches it. Not going to go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback. Portis has got 4 points this quarter.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
Williams, that's good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the left side wing. Here's Craig, covered by Morris. Here's Craig, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points, and you think about how cool. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 4. Middleton outside. Here's Giannis. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Now Beverley. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be. Certainly capable from distance. Defenses no longer dare Holiday to shoot from out there.
And George gets it to go. George has got 10 points in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Knocks it loose. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. The pull-up. Misses off the right iron.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Baca against Lopez. To the inside. Just 5 to shoot. In the corner, Middleton with it. No good with the triple. Clippers leading by 12. Nobody near George. Off target from three-point range.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
George looking around. Beverly against Holiday. Out to Ibaka. The tray. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Back to George. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Morris kicks to Zubats. Williams for 3. It's good from long range. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
No hesitation on the catch and shoot. Lou Will is confident in his ability to capitalize on jumpers.
Middleton can't get it to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
That's a well-timed play, well executed, and Serge, a quick, powerful roller to work with.
Here's Holiday. Kicks it down to Middleton. Drops it in from 11 feet.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
And you know what? There was probably a better matchup on the floor, but when it goes in, nobody complains.
Nobody near Williams. And the 3 off target. Bucks trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Paul George with the steal. To the middle. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. They get it again. The kick out to Giannis. And the shot goes in.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
Williams passes to Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Portis. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
From deep, George. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Middleton kicks to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Milwaukee getting another chance here. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And here's the fast break. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Jumps up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And attacking with all that length. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Williams. DiVincenzo against George. Pass to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Right side, Leonard. Clock at 6. Over Middleton. And that one goes long. Bucks trail by 9. Now the Bucks moving it up. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And there's the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Giannis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the 4th. George dishes to Leonard. Outside for George. And stolen by DiVincenzo.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Giannis is double. From past the arc. The kick out to Holiday. Middleton outside. Shot from 12. A putback. Batum grabs the miss. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
Passes it to Beverly. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And here's George for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Middleton inside the three-point line. Misses off the left iron. So the Clippers with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
anticipation, the $250,000 My Team Unlimited tournament officially has a new champion.
The finals this past weekend was a clash of titans, with Ty Debo, aka Two-Way Rocco, on one side.
We better show the community that defense matters.
And Splash, playing his new addition Flash, on the other.
Best offensive player versus best defensive player.
The Staples Center downtown lot. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the one spot. And for the Clippers, Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at point. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
James looking around. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here's LeBron. 6 to shoot. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Caldwell Pope for 3. Doesn't go that time. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. The shot by George, wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 5.
He can certainly stroke it from deep. The three-pointer is not a shot that George is going to pass up.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. Rebound by the Clippers.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game. Throw good, Paul George.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Now here's Schroeder. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
George passes to Ibaka. For 3. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Gasol kicks to LeBron. It's hauled in by Paul George.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The pass to Leonard. Pulls up on the elbow. And the Clippers miss again.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
And here's George. Following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. George passes to Batum. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Caldwell-Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotage. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Here is Ibaka. Following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Count it, good.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's James. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Indiana.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
The Clippers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Leonard with no one around. And George able to finish. George has got 9. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Pacers.
And it could have been a lot closer than it was down the stretch, though. They were terrific.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job closing the door and keeping it out of reach at the end.
And there's another turnover by the Lakers. And with this chance, we can show you the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Those are the season's top shot blocking teams. The Lakers second.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers leading by 4. Here's George. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nicholas Batum.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Markieff Morris. Wesley Matthews checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
Sliding his way inside. Williams taking advantage of that late reaction by the defense.
Lakers trail by 4. James outside. Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Williams passes to Kennard. Williams scanning the floor. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Morris is out there with Kennard. Then it's Williams. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 2 spot. Here's Williams. After the basket by Montrezl Harrell, Williams passes to Zubac. And the wide open shot from Morris. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
James, no good. The Clippers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. In the corner, Kennard with it. Lets it go with a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Morris kicks to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. Back to Zubac. The kick out to Williams. There's Jackson with the 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Left side, Williams. It's tipped. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
It's Williams with the drive. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Paul George in for Jackson. Here's Harrell. Makes it off the glass. Harrell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
Williams kicks to George. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on is your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Here's Beverley after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Pass to Leonard. 1:32 left in the first half of the game. He gets it in there.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Schroeder looking over the floor. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now, here's George. 17 points for him last game against Golden State.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Here's Schroeder. Paul George making his last shot. For 3, Caldwell Pope. It's hauled in by George.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Schroeder. The Clippers grab the miss.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And there's Paul George on the assist by Leonard. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake. But they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking and the game can.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with the 9-point.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 17 points. And that'll do it for...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill up. Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
George passes to Ibaka. Back to George. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
James with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Gasol against Leonard. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Gasol.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
George looking around. Sinks that one from the post. George has got 19 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Gasol finds Caldwell Pope. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Schroeder against Ibaka. Clippers leading by 7. And George, here we go. Yep, that one goes in there. George has got 4 points this quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Beverly against Schroeder. Over Beverly. And it's Schroeder missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Outside for George. Shoots from the elbow. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Lakers. 9-point game. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism, to play good defense. But the other part of it is the instincts. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league. And really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. I mean, they need to keep feeding him the basketball.
George passes to Ibaka. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Knocked away. Gasol with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Morris, no good. Clippers leading by 11. LeBron drives in.
Oh! Oh, man! Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
Gasol trying to free himself up. George, no good. Lakers trail by 9. Here's Schroeder, and again it's the Lakers.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Here's George. 21 points in the game. Kicks it out to Leonard, to the paint. It's stolen by Morris. And it's denied.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum, really an asset in blocking shots.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Clock at 6. Good on the bucket.
And we've seen Leonard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
Schroeder passes to Morris. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Inside. Here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Lakers trail by 7. Schroeder passes to James. Back to Schroeder.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Here is Williams. Kennard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Morris, no good. Lakers trail by 9. James in the post. Kennard covering. And James gets it to go on the assist by Harrell. Outside Williams. Pass to Kennard. The kick out to Williams. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Down low, James, and finished off by LeBron.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Outside Williams. Rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron's got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes to Caruso. Jacks up a 3. A shot off that time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Williams. To the paint. Zubac's no good. Lakers trail by 7, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
Williams kicks to George. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. George has got 25 points.
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding.
LeBron, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing here by 8. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. 7-foot shot, and LeBron with the nice bucket inside. 23 points for LeBron.
You know, really impossible to know what James is thinking in advance. I mean, especially in these sets.
Williams kicks to Zubac. The pass to Leonard. Stolen. LeBron with it. Leonard picks him up. It's tipped. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. 3-pointer. And there's Paul George on the assist from Leonard. And he has 28 points for the game.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
And that one's good, Caruso.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
1:03 left in the 4th. Williams passes to George. No good from outside. Lakers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. James with a deep 3. Morris with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And it was maybe a step out of his range.
they made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Again, the Clippers.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
James, no good. Leonard looking around. Outside for George. And another three for the Clippers.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to...
Not if Ty Debo had anything to say about it, as he opened game 2, forcing multiple turnovers.
And he gets the steal right away.
And built a 6-point lead.
Nice shot.
And in the second quarter, Ty Debo appeared on
the beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Back to James. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or do they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Here's Gasol following the basket by Brook Lopez. Caldwell Pope outside. It's Solomon to Kumbo. Now the Bucks moving it up. Middleton on the wing, covered by LeBron. The Bucks getting another chance here. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times, the D has no choice but to foul.
That one misses. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
It seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really they did not look especially strong in that game.
And you know as well as I do that the coaches had a long laundry list of things that they could have done better that night, but still, it turned out to be a good win for them.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Back to Morris. Schroeder outside. Over Giannis. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Morris. They grab their own miss. Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
That's what Harrell does. He's in there mixing it up, and he goes right back up for a shot.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. Sweet little floater.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's LeBron. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Indiana.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Schroeder. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. Here's Harrell. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
What vision by LeBron. Always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide open teammate.
A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. That three off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
That's tipped. No good. Shot missing. And the Lakers going the other way now. And Middleton kicks to Lopez. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the Lakers with another turnover here. And the Lakers with some changes. Horton Tucker's checked in. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Milwaukee. James in the post. Here's Caruso, guarded by Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. They get a hand on it. It'll count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 2. We've got more NBA.
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. Los Angeles leading by 4. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And Harrell slams it in.
Well, Harrell gets up there and he uses that long wingspan for the finish.
Bucks trail by 6. Pass to Connaughton. Inside. Kuzma pulls it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Caruso looking for an opening. Gasol passes to Caruso. It's deflected. It's 2-on-1. Pass to Portis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Caldwell Pope outside. And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alex Caruso. Brooke Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Bryn Forbes. Lakers working the ball around now. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Augustine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bobby Portis. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. Gasol passes to Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. And Augustine kicks to DiVincenzo. Middleton on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points in the game.
He's a hard guy to guard everywhere on the floor, but more than anywhere else, Giannis can get you in the paint. That's where he lives.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Schroeder against Augustine. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Gasol.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Antetokounmpo inside. Morris is there.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Caldwell Pope finds Schroeder to the inside. Outside for Caldwell Pope. The pass to Schroeder. Here's LeBron. To the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Drew Holiday's checked in for Milwaukee. Bucks trail by 4. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Middleton on the wing. 43 seconds left here in the second. On the wing, Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
and the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Harrell kicks to Morris. There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. Harrell dishes to James. Rebounded by the Bucks.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And to Antetokounmpo. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And that's 11 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. And, of course, the duo of Anthony Davis and LeBron James in action with the Lakers.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. The shot's good from LeBron. And the Lakers lead by 4.
LeBron James out sprinting up the floor, his 16th season, still getting after it.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Holiday.
Yeah, easy call.
Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Back to Gasol. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Gasol's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Craig passes to Forbes. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Craig. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. James in the post. There's the steal. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. The Bucks also with the sub. DJ Augustine's checked in for Drew Holiday. James finds Harrell. It's Kuzma penetrating. It's good. Kuzma's got his first points in this one.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
It's good.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Passes it to Caruso. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Holiday comes in for DJ Augustine. Holiday, the pass to Forbes. Takes a 3. A rebound by the Lakers. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Floats one. He gets that one. LeBron's got 8.
And you can't give LeBron James that much room off the pick. He doesn't need much space to get that shot off.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. Outside Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Portis. Over Harrell. Off the left rim and out. Lakers leading by 6. To the paint. And Harrell slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Giannis. 13 points in the game. And no good that time. Great D that time from Harrell. Lets it go from 14. And it's good from Schroeder on the assist by Kuzma.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Forbes can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Caruso. Harrell down low. Antetokounmpo defending. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Floats one up. Caruso, no good. Bucks trail by 10. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Connaughton kicks to Holiday. Connaughton passes to Holiday. And again, the Bucks miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the pass to Harrell. Over to the left wing. To the inside. With 1 on the clock. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We've got Markieff Morris. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Horton Tucker in at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Caldwell Pope against DiVincenzo. Back to Lopez. That shot off the mark. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Caldwell Pope finds Schroeder. Knocked loose. Back to Caldwell Pope. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Now Morris. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Morris. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Gasol dishes to Morris. Back to Gasol. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers. Inside. Here's Lopez. And the shot goes in.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. Over to the wing. Gasol against Antetokounmpo. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
LeBron's checked in for Los Angeles. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
And it's LeBron missing. Bucks trail by 10. Middleton dishes to Giannis. Fires the three. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Gasol passes to James. Outside Gasol. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Lakers lead by 13.
Adding a three-point shot to his game was huge. Gasol just does so much for this team in terms of spacing.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Schroeder finds Gasol. From downtown. The rebound by the Bucks. Here's Middleton. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Lakers leading by 11. For three, Caldwell Pope sinks the triple.
And the long strides of KCP, dangerous changing ends there, and he loves to finish in space.
For three, Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his fourth assist in this one. LeBron passes to Schroeder. The feed to Gasol. Back to Schroeder. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, you don't want to body him up. He's just too fast as Schroeder's able to get it done.
Pass to Holiday. In the corner, Middleton with it. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Offensive rebound, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Some changes for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Outside Holiday. Giannis high post. There's the pass to DiVincenzo. For three. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut to just 7 on the basket from Drew Holiday.
Boy, does that help. When Drew Holiday's connecting from the three-point line, it opens up so much of the floor.
Caldwell Pope finds James. Loads it up there for Harrell.
Well, let's talk about LeBron James not just being one of the best passing forwards of all time, one of the best passers of all time. Truly understands where everything is at all times.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
For three, Caldwell Pope. Giannis grabs the miss.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
The kick out to Holiday. Giannis dishes to Lopez. 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And so the Lakers take the win. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
In the second quarter, Terry Dissinger had himself a run as he had not one, not two, but three big dunks on three.
Los Angeles. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA DA.
Hey, Kevin. The clip.
There's been a transformation here in L.A. There is no doubt about that. DA, thank you. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at center, locking down the middle. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Batum's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Around the league, Doris, we're seeing plenty of small ball, but some teams are going big. If you were a coach at this point, which way do you think you'd lean?
Well, Kevin, I think the best coaches maximize the talent at their disposal. And sometimes a coach philosophically may believe in, I emphasize the three-point line. I want to eliminate all mid-range shooting. I want to get to the restricted area and the free throw line. I mean, to me, I love playing a high-tempo, wide-open floor game. Let's let the players show off all their skill.
Here's George. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. That one good for 2.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
They double him with George. Lopez inside, working on Ibaka. Outside Holiday. There's the triple. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Holiday dishes to Giannis. He kicks to Middleton. 5 on the clock. The Clippers trail, and now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Here's Williams, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Paul George. Now, here's Portis. His last outing, he had 8 points. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
This is a list of the guys that have been dialed in at the free throw line lately since the All-Star break. No one has been better. Third is Chris Middleton. Giannis Antetokounmpo, fourth.
Both of these guys have been simply fantastic from the free throw line. That little midseason rest did wonders for their confidence.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Augustine against Williams. Portis, the pass to Augustine. And the layup's good off the glass.
Listen, this is not easy for a 6-footer to get his points inside, but you can see the tenacity of DJ Augustine.
Down low. Here's Zubats. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And they pick up 2.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Kennard on the wing. To the paint. Here's Jackson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Augustine. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Augustine's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Zubats, that's good.
Well, the threat to score is real when Lou Williams has the ball, but he uses that to set up his passing game.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Portis finds Augustine. Here's Craig. Now here's Portis. Lets it go from deep. Kennard with the rebound. Jackson with it. He gets it up. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. We'll be back shortly live. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come out strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubats. And it's Kennard in at the 2. Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Portis. Kennard the pass to Morris. Ball's knocked loose. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Forbes. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Offensive rebound. Zubats drops in the layup for 2. Zubats has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Here is Augustine. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York. Out to the right wing. Forbes the pass to Connaughton. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Augustine against Beverly. Morris outside. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Jackson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. The Bucks also with the sub. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Augustine. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break, putting up about 24 points per, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Inside. Lopez against Ibaka. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, my goodness, Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
DiVincenzo finds Giannis. Back to DiVincenzo. Williams against Holiday. Stolen by George. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Well, the length of Paul George creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Now the pass to Jackson. Outside for George. Nobody near Williams. Misses the 3.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. Cloaked loose. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. On up the court. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Williams. Jackson drives in, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Middleton on the wing. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. And it goes down 2 points. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 4 assists in the game.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. Feeds to Middleton. Over George. Lopez inside. Middleton for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves. Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. And the Clippers call time here. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Paul George.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back.
And now the Clippers on the break. Fires from 18. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
DiVincenzo. And the basket is good.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Outside for George. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Bucks trail by 3. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Middleton. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And contact on the and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Holiday finds Middleton for the tie. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo on the follow. Giannis has got 6 points.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Now, here is George. He's got 10. Trying to get open is DiVincenzo. A shot by Batum, no good. And now the fast break, Middleton with the ball. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Saturday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, who's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Now, here's Portis. Here's Connaughton. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Lock at 6. Forbes lays it up off the glass. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Morris passes to Williams. Leonard attacking. Here's Zubac.
Oh, what a dunk! Look out below! Woo. Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick and roll game to perfection.
Portis against Zubac. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Kicks it out to Leonard from deep. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Really good job to block out there. This is why you want to go put a body on someone when the shot goes up.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
And that one's good. Beverly.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Middleton on the wing, covered by Morris. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket for Middleton. Williams looking over the floor. Banked in off the glass. Williams has got 5.
Well, if Lou Williams is in pick and roll, you know he's thinking score first. Nicely done.
Holiday goes in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Holiday. And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Leonard kicks to Beverly. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez twice on the pipes. He has the length to do this every time on the defensive end.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And it's sent back by Lopez. Now, Antetokounmpo. AT that time from Leonard. Unable to get that one. 3/4 of play in a close game here. The Clippers on top. They're up by 3. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Batum. Williams is out there with Paul George. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. In the corner, Middleton with it. Back to Giannis. Goes back up. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Holiday, no one around him. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Outside for Batum. Looking for George. He gets it there. On the wing, Williams. Back to George. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Williams against Middleton. Clippers leading by 3. Here's George. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Holiday kicks to Lopez. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since. Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Lopez against Morris. Middleton for 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Leonard, he's checked in for Morris. And here is Williams. It's George on the wing. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Ibaka's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Here's Beverley, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Batum against Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez, and Connaughton has it in the corner. Pass to DiVincenzo. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. The emphatic rejection. And he gets it back. Just 5 to shoot. DiVincenzo kicks it out to Giannis. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 10-2 run here. George looking over the floor. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Zubac. And here's Beverley. Outside Leonard. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, this guy is never a bad option in a tough situation. Kawhi Leonard under duress. Nicely done.
Connaughton kicks to Holiday. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Batum, and it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with 1 left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Paul George.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Leonard, and it's good. 2 points. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
That one drops for him.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Now, of course, you beat Splash, who is one of the best players on the planet. You guys know each other's games. What was it after game one when he only missed a few shots?
Shot green for Splash.
How did you
Hello and thanks. Now we'll look at the stats for Paul George.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And the Clippers starting 5. We've got Patrick Beverley. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. We always see at these players, Greg, looking rejuvenated after the All-Star week. Does that short period of rest really make that kind of difference?
I think sometimes mentally more than physically. It's kind of an opportunity to hit the reset button and prepare yourself for the stretch run. And listen, that season is so long. And because guys train year-round now, to get that mini break, if you will, I think can work wonders for guys as they get ready to make that home stretch push.
Yeah, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's off from three-point range. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Gasol. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You're in a tough spot defensively. Gasol has size. I mean, he has power. You really have to wrap him up to keep this from happening.
Here's George. A 17-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Now here's Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Over LeBron. And it's Leonard missing.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Here's Gasol. He averages about 5 points a game. Count that one.
And you love to get Gasol these high percentage looks. I mean, he doesn't miss many from in close.
Schroeder against Beverley. At the elbow, it's George. The shot, no good. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
Here's LeBron. The Clippers getting the bucket. Gasol finds Morris.
I like to see the D with a little more energy out there. They kind of forgot about him.
The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George passes to Batum. George against Caldwell Pope. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Marc Gasol.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley.
James is effective at getting near the basket. Always look to dunking it home.
Clippers trail by 3. Here's Williams. And the rejection by Harrell. To the inside. And finished off by LeBron.
Oh, you love seeing James soar like an eagle. He's exceptional at rising up quickly for the alley-oop.
Outside Williams. He dishes it to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Lets a floater go. And the rejection by Zubac. Horton Tucker with the rebound.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
On the wing, James. To the paint. Here's Harrell. The 9-footer's on the mark.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
George up top. 56 seconds left in the first quarter, and he gets the bucket.
He's 1 for 4 to start the game. Now, I know he's disappointed with that, but we got a long way to go.
Back to LeBron. Great D that time from Leonard. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against Golden State. Got a hand on it.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical, more to redirect shots.
To the middle. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Lakers shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the first one at the line is good for the Clippers. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George.
And many people are high on Kuzma, an all-around player with a promising future given his impressive skill set.
Now here's Williams. A 14-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
Now, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Harrell with it, down low. Here's Horton Tucker. And it's Harrell missing.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Here's Jackson. He can't get that one to fall. Oh, he hit it! He hit it!
What a great shot!
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Lakers on top, leading by 6. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Lakers right now, Harrell is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Horton Tucker in at the shooting guard position. Schroeder kicks to Kuzma. Offline with his 3. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. Back to Jackson. He feeds it to Ibaka. Jackson, and the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Clippers.
Like whenever Jackson uses his speed on the glass, keeping possessions going.
Takes the 13-footer out to Kuzma. Second shot opportunity. Offensive rebound. Harrell the pass to Kuzma. Nobody near Schroeder. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Now, if you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
And it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Williams with a clean look. The 3-pointer, no good. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And the Lakers with some changes. Gasol comes in for Harrell, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Kyle Kuzma. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for the Clippers. Back to Caldwell-Pope. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Caldwell-Pope passes to Morris. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Morris has got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers. Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Beverley. Back to Jackson. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
The drive by Jackson tips it up.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. Kennard with the rebound.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Jackson misses from close range.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Here's Schroeder. And he overshot that one, missing.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
Beverly finds Kennard. And again, no good by the Clippers. Lakers leading by 6. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Schroeder, right side, back to Gasol. Caldwell Pope on the wing. The 3. The Clippers grab the miss. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
Gasol passes to Schroeder. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Ibaka. Pass to Beverly. Jackson has the open look. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. And Kyle Kuzma here on this Lakers team. He was an impact rookie and had to adjust his role with the additions of LeBron and AD. Kenny? And that's a...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Paul George really making a difference here.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Yeah, I mean, showing that tenacity both mentally and physically.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the 2-guard position. The Clippers trail. A floater, and it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, man, look at Morris use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
Here's Beverly, and he hits it to tie the game up.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Back to Schroeder. Looking to end his cold spell. No good there. Ibaka with some nice D. The Clippers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Batum, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the amazing pump fake from Batum. The D falls for it every time.
The Clippers have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
You give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
Williams kicks to Batum. Williams up on top. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Caldwell Pope for 3. He can't get that one.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. Leonard, no luck. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. And he makes that one. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Williams up on top. Passes it to Zubac. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Zubac has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. The drive by James, and it's sent back by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
Outside Williams. Bucket is good. Williams has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
Back to Caldwell Pope. Leonard against LeBron. Harrell. And the rejection by Zubac. LeBron left side. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Harrell. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Batum dishes to Williams. Batum passes to Leonard. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Yes, that goes in. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
They lost their edge on D here in the second half. I mean, far too passive. They're not dictating the pace anymore.
James in the post. Leonard's there. Caruso, the pass to LeBron. And pushing it up Los Angeles. The Clippers again in transition. On the wing, George. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Caldwell Pope finds Harrell. Lakers passing it around. Caldwell Pope passes to Harrell. Here's LeBron. He's covered by Leonard. And the dunk by James.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Here's Williams. Zubac trying to break loose. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 6 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
It's James atop the key. And the dunk by James.
And the way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless tonight.
Outside Williams. And the pass to Zubac. Can't connect from short range. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers ahead, leading by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got LeBron James. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Horton Tucker in at the shooting guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Morris finds Gasol. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his second foul of the game. Horton Tucker, the pass to James.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Outside, George feeds it to Ibaka. Out to Morris. And here's George for three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Lakers the other way.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Inside to tie it up. And Gasol with the dunk.
Yeah, right to the rim. And once Gasol gets this close, he can miss the flush.
Beverley feeling it out a bit. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverley. 6 to shoot. There's the feed to Ibaka. Lets it go from 11. Morris with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Beverley. Pass to Zubac. Outside, George. Good on the shot. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Gasol passes to Horton Tucker. Stolen by Beverley. Now here is George. Defense is right there. Morris, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by LeBron.
If you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Morris kicks to Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Marc Gasol.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Lakers making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Ibaka. And it's Leonard in for Marcus Morris. Schroeder dishes to Gasol. Back to Schroeder. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And then 7'1", Gasol sees over the defense with ease. I mean, fantastically spotting the open look.
Caldwell Pope against George. Batum passes to Zubac. Rebounded by the Lakers. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Gasol trying to free himself up. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by James.
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Brown always cognizant of everyone around him.
The shot by George, wide open, and he banks that one home.
reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Caldwell Pope passes to Schroeder. And Gasol slams it in.
When you need a big bucket, Gasol is there, and as dependable as they come.
Clippers trail by 4. Outside, George. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
LeBron against Batum. Down low. Zubac kicks to Batum. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. James in the post. He's covered by Leonard. It falls!
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
Well, that's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
Series, but it came down to the wire. I know you were sweating out there. What was it that you did that got you over the hump in game 2 to tie up this thing 1-1?
Right, game 2 I would say was the most nerve-wracking game. Game 3 and game 1 I was just like normal, but game 2, right, that's you win or you go home, and I wasn't in that much of my rhythm yet. I found it throughout the game, and then down the stretch he was down 3, and my main goal was just don't give up any threes. Don't give up any threes. So I fouled him a couple of times, and the last possession I ended up getting a stop. So
downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. Good afternoon. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at point guard. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. And Steve, is that contract year boost a myth, or is it a real thing?
Hey, Kevin, It is a real thing. You see guys more focused.
Whoa, hammering it in.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
Giannis kicks to Holiday. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Middleton looking it over. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Caldwell Pope. That one doesn't drop. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
Gasol wide open. He fires. No good on the triple.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Bucks passing it around. Lopez finds Middleton. And it's in there.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. At the elbow, it's Gasol. LeBron against Holiday. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Gasol covering. Giannis passes to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot's good by Middleton.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Pass to Morris. Trying to find Schroeder. Gets it to him. And he gets it to go.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez kicks to Holiday. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Giannis. Lopez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Schroeder dishes to Gasol. Passes to Schroeder. Takes it from 10, and again it's the Lakers.
Hard enough to stay attached to Schroeder one-on-one. Coming off screens, forget about it.
Holiday finds Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's LeBron. From down in the low post, it goes.
Coming off the pick, LeBron, great composure. Knows what he wants, and that's to score.
Middleton the pass to Holiday. Middleton outside. Here's Lopez. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and it's the Lakers on the break. The pass to LeBron. Wide open look. Rebound, Milwaukee. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
I think they had some key takeaways from that one. Things they did well and things they can improve upon.
The Bucks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. 2 points. That one goes. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Schroeder kicks to James. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Middleton for 3, and that one released in time, but no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game. And
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Bucks, we've got DJ Augustine, and it's Connaughton in at the small forward.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He doesn't get the second one. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. LeBron passes to Harrell. Good, and the assist goes to James. Harrell's got 4 this quarter.
And that's a nice pass. The patience of LeBron to let the play develop.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Portis finds Augustine. Back to Portis. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Harrell. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Craig passes to Portis, and he's fouled pretty hard. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Augustine passes to Portis. Here's Connaughton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And stolen by Harrell. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
And that's all started with the hustle by Harrell coming up with that steal. He gives you his all every night.
Craig kicks to Connaughton. Pass to Portis. Back to Connaughton. Rebound by Harrell.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
A different look for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Torrey Craig. Chris Middleton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And a miss there on the triple. Bucks trail by 3. Holiday dishes to Middleton from 15 feet away, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Now the feed to Harrell.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
1:06 left to play here in the half. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton. Right side, Antetokounmpo. To the middle. Kicks it down to Middleton. And it's the Lakers on the break. Goes up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. 43 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Giannis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Here's Schroeder. Out to Morris. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Morris passes to Caldwell Pope. Schroeder with the ball. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
As a defender, Middleton can suffocate you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up. And that should do it with the second.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marcus Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1.
The defense keeping its attention on LeBron. He hits the roller in stride.
Lopez drives in. Comes up empty down low. Los Angeles leading by 3. Caldwell Pope for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Gasol sends it back.
The former Defensive Player of the Year, Gasol, showing his stuff.
Count it. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Schroeder's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. Good D by LeBron.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps. Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Here's DiVincenzo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Dennis Schroeder. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of it.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs. That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here's DiVincenzo, and the shot goes in.
Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
From deep, James. That one's not going to go. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Lakers also with a sub. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Morris. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And the Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Augustine against Schroeder. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Out to the right wing. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. Here's Craig. James covering. Craig passes to Augustine. Just 5 to shoot. Schroeder comes with the double team. For the tie, Forbes can't get it to go. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half, and James gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Forbes. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
This is an area Forbes has worked on. Makes it trickier to close out on him when you know he can put it on the deck.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Chris Middleton's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. Harrell dishes to Schroeder. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Harrell kicks it over to Schroeder. Tries yet again. Up again. And Kuzma stays with it. And the Lakers lead by 5.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. Back to Holiday. The 3-ball. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. Marcus All's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Los Angeles leading by 5. Caruso looking for an opening. Kicks it to Gasol. Launches a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The shot's good from Forbes.
This is for any dedicated floor spacer. Once in a while, you have to test the defense inside. Forbes with a beautiful play.
Caruso. Harrell finds Kuzma. Here's Horton Tucker. It's rebounded by Portis.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. It's good on the putback. Now just a 1-point Laker lead.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
Passes it to Gasol. That's tipped. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Lakers ahead. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Just keep running. Keep getting stuff.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping it.
To the paint. And that one's good, Caruso. And the Lakers lead by 1. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Middleton on the wing, guarded by Kuzma. Back to Lopez. Holiday surveying the floor. Middleton outside. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
I love that. You see the poise of Gasol running the offense to perfection.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Holiday attacking, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
Caruso, the pass to Gasol. He kicks it to Morris. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
The pass to Holiday. To the inside, Gasol with the steal. Feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Caruso. The dish to Caldwell Pope. Gasol passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to Gasol. Morris outside. Caldwell Pope on the wing.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Giannis dishes to Lopez, and he banks in the layup. And the Bucks lead by 1.
And it's easy to see why Lopez is out here in these moments, never afraid to take a big shot.
Here's Caruso, guarded by Holiday. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And Los Angeles with some changes. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Here's James. Great D that time for Middleton. Bucks leading by 3. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. Lopez passes to Middleton. On the wing, Giannis. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. And the dunk by LeBron.
When you need a big score, you want LeBron to at least touch the ball, and this is why.
Now DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Here's Holiday. The putback. It's good on the putback. Giannis has got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Here's Harrell. Count it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world-class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. There's 47 seconds left.
Oh, did you see that?
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
That and one free throw ups it to a 2-possession game. Costly foul on the shot that time.
Milwaukee with the rebound.
those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
He dishes it to Middleton. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Middleton. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Lakers ball.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball. You're a go-to guy in these situations. LeBron has been here before plenty of times.
Outside, Antetokounmpo unloads from 13. It's in!
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.